So is Chief Minister Yediyurappa out or is he safe? Things are now at a fever pitch of speculation. He's at his residence. The Chief Minister of Karnataka has said he's waiting to hear from the BJP High Command, and that word could come in later tonight or tomorrow morning. So things on tenterhooks as far as the Karnataka government are concerned. Could today be Mr. Yediyurappa's last day as the Karnataka Chief Minister? He's already dropped many signals and signs that he could be ready for the inevitable. Are we nearing the end of the suspense of this exit drama? Big indications coming from Yediyurappa that he may as well be on his way. He said there is no dearth of people to replace him and he would be happy to work with anyone who replaces him by the BJP High Command. All of this just after non-stop political and religious muscle flexing by the beleaguered Chief Minister of Karnataka. Take a look.
Amid the political crisis and suspense over exit of B.S. Yediyurappa, no end to political posturing. Yediyurappa gave massive signs of bowing out ahead of a possible announcement, claiming that there are no dearth of young leaders and he will work with whoever comes after him as one unit.
ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಅನೇಕ ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ಗೆರೆ ದಾಟಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಂತಾನೆ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಮುಂದೆನೂ ನಡ್ಕೊಂತೇವೆ.
Seers of BSY's influential Lingayat community are backing the beleaguered Chief Minister. Over 500 of them assembled in Bengaluru on Sunday to send out a clear message to BJP top brass.
कर्नाटक में फ्लड है, कोरोना प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स है. इस समय में येडियुरप्पा जी नेतृत्व में समस्याओं को निकालना चाहिए. इसलिए येडियुरप्पा जी को बदलाव मत करना.
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Yediyurappa played the loyal BJP worker and expressed confidence in top leadership, while urging his loyalists, including the seers, not to hold any show of strength.
ಅದೇನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳ ಈ ಥರ ಸಭೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
Amid the high voltage drama, BJP High Command gave mixed signals on the potential exit, with JP Nadda praising the 78-year-old Chief Minister.
अच्छा है, उन्होंने अच्छा काम किया है और कर्नाटक ठीक ढंग से चल रहा है. बाकी येडियुरप्पा जी अपने तरीके से सब चीज़ों को देख रहे हैं.
Karnataka Chief Minister is marking 2 years in office with a grand event in Vidhan Soudha on Monday. The event will also mark the launch of a book highlighting the achievements of his government in the last 2 years. Opposition leaders Siddaramaiah, D.K. Shivkumar, H.D. Kumaraswamy are among those invited for the event. The clock is still ticking for Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa amid a huge buzz about change in leadership in the state. All eyes are on the diktat from BJP's central leadership that will seal the 78-year-old Chief Minister's fate.
Now, with Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa himself stating that it is only a matter of time before the BJP High Command comes out with their final decision, the question remains if this last-ditch effort by seers from the community can really help him out. For India Today in Bengaluru, this is Nolan Pinto.
It's raining heavily in Bengaluru and Nolan Pinto is reporting from right outside the Chief Minister's residence there. Nolan, it's becoming a nail-biting Sunday evening in the state capital of Karnataka, with things, possibly going either way, but the biggest hint being dropped by the Chief Minister himself about what could lie ahead.
Absolutely, Shiv. In fact, when he just, after arriving from Belagavi over here, we somehow managed to catch him. And he said that, he very clearly said that, one, he has not yet received any sort of direction or directive from the centre. You're talking about the trinity of the Prime Minister, the Union Home Minister, and also JP Nadda. But when we asked him as to what next, he says that he asked us to wait for either tonight or tomorrow morning. Thereupon he will take a decision. Now we do not know what decision he meant by that, because he has not yet received any sort of directive from the centre. But he's clearly, like a loyal BJP worker, stated that whatever it is, together with all the senior leaders, there's no dearth of senior leaders in the party, they will work and make sure that the party comes to power in 2023. So he's making all the right noise over here since the past few days. Shiv, we have seen how community members, the seers from the community, have come out there in his support, have literally openly threatened the party, saying that Yediyurappa has to complete his term. If he does not complete his term, mostly it will be the end of the BJP over here. They have said it so openly. And today, Yediyurappa's tone has completely changed, saying that he's a loyal worker, he will follow the directions, and he just wants to work to make sure that the party comes to power. But we have to wait, Shiv. He's said nothing has come now. We'll wait for tonight or tomorrow morning. He says that if nothing happens, he will then tell us what's his next decision.
Nolan, thanks very much. It's raining very heavily there in Bengaluru. Journalists all outside Yediyurappa's residence on the back of a series of news breaks by India Today, which all the other media have now been forced to follow, because we've been proven right about this tantalizing political story that has now come to its climactic phase right outside the Chief Minister's residence. Nolan will continue to report on that. But here is what Mr. Yediyurappa said today that has led to alarm bells ringing over whether Yexit, as we're calling it, is really inevitable. So far, he's been saying he will listen to the High Command, which is, a bit redundant, but the very fact that he's now said he's happy to work with anyone who is chosen to replace him has added a new layer, a new color to what may possibly lie ahead. Here's what he said.
ಕೊನೆ ನಿಮಿಷದವರೆಗೂ ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅವಾಗ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡೋಕೆ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ 2 ತಿಂಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆನೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ.
ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಡೇಟ್ ಸರ್ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ 25ಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂದೇಶ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಡೇಟ್.
ಯಾವುದು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬಹುದು. ನಾಳೆ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ, ಮೊದಲು ನಿಶ್ಚಯ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ನಂತರ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ನಾಯಕರಿಂದ ಏನು ಸಂದೇಶ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ.
Let's take a look at the 3 possible scenarios that exist at this time, given everything that we have seen and said by the Chief Minister today. Scenario number 1, this is the extreme scenario which has been speculated upon. It's a hard Yexit, that the BJP signals Yexit tonight and Mr. Yediyurappa has to step down as Chief Minister. The implication is Mr. Yediyurappa tenders his resignation tonight itself. Scenario number 2, BJP signals its Yexit, or the removal of Yediyurappa as the Chief Minister, after the 2-year anniversary celebrations that takes place tomorrow in Bengaluru. The implication there, of course, Yediyurappa quits after the event that is scheduled in the Vidhan Sauda tomorrow. Scenario number 3, there's no message from the BJP High Command even on Monday, and the implication is that Yediyurappa could take some kind of a call on his own. Now, what call this could be is not known just yet. Could he resign of his own volition without a directive from the High Command? Is it being left to him? Is it being projected as his own decision given everything that has happened? Those are some of the scenarios that are playing out right now. Before we go to our guests in Bengaluru this evening, the big questions that we're asking: has Chief Minister Yediyurappa just dropped his biggest hint on his imminent replacement? Has he reconciled himself to scenario number 1, the replacement, Yexit, that he has to resign? Is the BJP High Command still holding its cards close to its chest about what the final decision will be? Will it come tonight or tomorrow? Has all this Lingayat muscle flexing unnerved the BJP High Command? Has this decision gone from being inevitable to whether it will happen at all? Has a decision already been taken with details being ironed out? And could Yediyurappa's muscle flexing change the BJP's mind for now? Could they put off or delay a decision that was otherwise taken? Joining me live from Bengaluru this evening, TM Veeraraghav, senior political journalist, S. Prakash, spokesperson of the BJP, and also Suraj Hegde, who is a spokesperson for the Congress party. Veeraraghav, coming to you first before I go to the politicians. Interesting sound bites from the Chief Minister this evening. Expectation that some kind of a directive is going to be coming from the High Command, as the Chief Minister has himself said. He says things like, I'm happy to work with anyone who replaces me. There are lots of good people in the BJP. This is a story that's been building up day on day, Veera. What's your view on what we're likely to see today?
Well, Shiv, I think the writing has been on the wall. The writing is on the wall for Yediyurappa as far as the High Command is concerned. I think enough indications have come across that it's time for him to leave. The question is whether he's going to leave after 2 years. I really think that the bargaining is about who's going to replace him next. Now, the BJP has a predicament. They can't antagonize the Lingayats. They have to find a leader who is amenable to the Lingayats, and not just to the Lingayats. You remember that Yediyurappa is perhaps the only leader within the BJP who had the ability to manufacture the kind of defections that gave the BJP the numbers to form a government. So you need a leader who can cut across party lines, and Yediyurappa's side would be to demonstrate his political relevance. He may want to step down as chief minister, but not lose all his relevance politically to the state. So I think it's a bit of both sides needing each other at this stage. It will be a gamble. It will be a period of instability for the BJP for a while after he goes down. So they would have to work a tandem kind of arrangement. They don't want to destabilize the government. So I think this is pretty much the bargaining act that's going on who the replacement is going to be. It seems very clear, at least so far. I mean, obviously the BJP has become a party of high command, which was a term which we used to refer to Congress with.
True.
So obviously they've got their cards all close to their chest. But it seems enough indications have been sent that it's time out for Yediyurappa.
Before I go to our Congress and BJP guests, Veera, one more question. You're talking about the bargaining that's happening here. Are we to understand, for those who haven't tracked this day on day, is this bargaining also because there is a fear somehow that Mr. Yediyurappa could cause a lot of damage if this transition isn't sort of affected in a way that, where he's also satisfied with the way it happens and who succeeds him?
Look, Yediyurappa is not strong enough to do what he did in 2012.
Okay.
The BJP is far stronger than what it is today. Having said that, given the numbers, and it's not a hugely comfortable majority in Karnataka, and the fact that there were MLAs who defected from the JDS and Congress who actually are ministers in the BJP, and it is with their support that this government is running, it is important for the BJP High Command not to antagonize Yediyurappa. They can't do what they did in Maharashtra, where they can just bring in a Devendra Fadnavis and make him the chief minister.
Right.
Yediyurappa is still a grassroots leader. So it can't just be a high command choice. So it's in a sense, I think Yediyurappa has to step down. It will possibly happen. I would be very surprised if it happens before he completes 2 years. It will happen potentially after he completes 2 years immediately. And the bargaining will be about who's going to come next, because that would determine the stability of the government here. Yediyurappa may not go beyond the brink, but I don't think the High Command can afford any kind of instability at this stage in Karnataka.
Okay. Suraj Hegde, I want more of your analysis as an observer rather than just a Congress spokesperson, because we've seen very interesting voices coming out from certain Congress leaders as well. I won't pin you down on that. I would much rather ask you about how you view the next couple of days playing out, because Mr. Yediyurappa has given some pretty explicit comments today about his mental state, being prepared for, life after chief ministership. I'm ready to work with people. And Veeraraghav says what's basically going on right now is bargaining so that there is a smooth transition, because the key is who will replace Mr. Yediyurappa now.
See, Shivji, basically they're just trying to divert the attention of the people of Karnataka from the failures of COVID, from the failures of their administration. For the past 1 year, we've been seeing this happening again and again. What is happening is he does not want to become another Margdarshak Mandal, which, how Mr. Advani has been treated. Not a single Margdarshak Mandal meeting has happened. Can you recollect and tell me one meeting that has happened till date? So he does not want to get into that league. He also knows what he wants to do. He has earlier formed of a party. As we are speaking today, in the Bangalore Palace, there was a meeting convened where supposedly all the Mutt people had come and convened a meeting and were expressing solidarity towards him. Who was behind that? Whatever is happening, that only you can understand. So why this arm twisting tactics? Whereas the state is in a state, the administration is in a state of limbo. People are not getting what they're supposed to be getting. There's a heavy rainfall happening in the state. Already third year consecutively we are getting rains. Nobody is discussing that. Till now, a report also has not been asked for what is the damage that has happened due to these rains.
Yeah.
Earlier rain, what happened? No compensation has been issued. There are corruption charges against them and the family.
Okay. This is the point that,
So
this is the point that the Congress has been
they
making,
had
that this
convinced
entire
for
replacement or
legislative
transition is about a
party
cover-up.
meeting. They talk about
I'll get into that, but the thing, we will discuss that in the hours ahead, because this is going to be, this is obviously our top story here on India Today. S. Prakash of the BJP, welcome on the show. It seems that the writing is on the wall, Mr. Prakash, this evening from the comments given out by the Chief Minister. Things have changed a little bit. He said that he's going to be happy to work with whoever replaces him. There are many good people in the BJP, and it all comes down to a directive that is being waited for from the BJP High Command, Mr. Prakash. It seems like the inevitable is here.
Now, our national president, Jagat Pratap Nadda, who is the ultimate authority to take a decision on the change of leadership or any development in the party, has clearly said Mr. Yediyurappa is working very well and they are happy with his performance, and there is no development in Karnataka with regards to the change of leadership. And as such, I do not understand why this being repeatedly debated and media hype being created that Mr. Yediyurappa will be
But
replaced
Mr.
by
Yediyurappa
the,
himself said he's
BJP
expecting a
central-
directive tonight.
No, he is responding to the reaction on the stories that are being made by the media houses, several channels. And no national leader has ever said Mr. Yediyurappa has to step down. These are all speculations going round in the corner, but he is busy in working among the people. He is today is in Belgaum overseeing the relief operation and assessing the damage that has happened due to the monsoon. And I don't know why congressmen should be very, very worried about it. Their leaders are out and out supporting Mr. Yediyurappa's continuation.
Mr. Prakash, how can you call this a creation of the media? I'll allow Veera Raghav to come in on that. I'll allow Veera Raghav to come in on that because I mean, this is not a creation of the media. I mean, we've seen how Mr. Yediyurappa has responded, even if it is to media speculation, with all the muscle flexing, the Lingayat seers who've all come out in his support. Veera Raghav, that can't be just based on speculation. Mr. Yediyurappa is not going to respond only to media reports about his imminent removal.
No, I would go by the statement of our national president, who has categorically stated that Yediyurappa is...
But what else would he say? In a press conference, Mr. Prakash, why else would he say anything else? And also the two things may not be mutually exclusive. The work may be good, but the removal or replacement may be for other reasons.
Did he say that, sir?
Veera Raghav, explain to us
all
the political muscle flexing that took place a couple of, over the last few days with the Lingayat seers. They're apparently going to hold a big convention tomorrow as well. What was Mr. Yediyurappa's message there?
Sir, if the Lingayat seers are demanding...
Question for Veera Raghav. Sir.
Let me answer, sir.
Just one second. Mr. Prakash, one second. Let Veera Raghav answer, then I'll come back to you. I just want an independent view on that.
Their personal choice.
The message is to demonstrate... The message is to demonstrate his political relevance. The message is to demand and reiterate that the Lingayats still remain the BJP's strongest vote base, and that the chief minister cannot be somebody, whoever replaces him cannot be someone who can alienate the Lingayats. It is a message not to attempt any kind of caste experiment. Having said that, Shiv, we must admit that this may be not really, it's unfortunate that there is, politicking and change of leadership talk at this stage, when we're just recovering from the second wave. So I guess the Congress does have an armor there to hit out at the BJP for initiating some kind of internal instability and a leadership change at this stage. Or at this stage that we're in.
Very interesting development, Mr. S. Prakash. I've got some breaking news that I want your reactions to, because, you're saying that there is nothing going on. Everyone is happy. Everyone is hunky-dory right now. But look at this breaking news. Karnataka Minister Murugesh Nirani, who belongs to the Lingayat community, has been camping in Delhi since the last few days. Considered a front-runner to succeed as the Chief Minister of Karnataka in the possible potential event that Mr. Yediyurappa is removed as the Chief Minister today or tomorrow after the second anniversary of his current Chief Ministership. And he is considered to be a front-runner. Murugesh Nirani is a minister in the Karnataka government, and he's been in Delhi for the last few days. Mr. Prakash, how would you address that? Or would you call that also media speculation, sir?
I'm not saying it's a media speculation. Mr. Nirani could be in Delhi for various other reasons. He's a cabinet minister in Karnataka, and he has got various other interests also. He may be there for some other work. How can we say that he is there only to put pressure on the central high command to make him the chief minister of the state? Such politics does not work in Bharatiya Janata Party. It's very clear. This is not Congress. People going there lobbying for the chief ministership or the ministership has never worked in the Bharatiya Janata Party. When our national president is in Goa going for the organization work, and he has stated that there is no development in Karnataka. Whether Nirani is there or some other leader is present in Delhi does not alter the situation.
Okay. You're basically dismissing everything as media speculation. We'll have to see between now and tomorrow morning how it plays out. Final and short comment from Veera Raghav, because he's the independent one among us. Veera, the opposition leaders who've all come out in support of Yediyurappa, whether it is MB Patil of the Congress, whether it is BM Farooq of the JDS, several other smaller leaders have also come out saying that the central leadership should not treat Yediyurappa like this. Interesting. I mean, what did you think of that, Veera?
Well, it's an indication that the opposition was hand in glove to bring the BJP to power and install Yediyurappa as chief minister in the state. And I don't think you need a greater revelation than that. Having said that, Shiv, I think two very quick points. This is unfortunate, as I pointed out, that the leadership change happens at this stage. It's an indication that the BJP's focus firmly relies on winning elections, even at the cost of instability at this stage. And the third thing, and the Congress can turn around and tell the BJP that it's also becoming a party of the high command. This will be a test of whether the regional satrap in Karnataka has still relevance and whether it has the negotiating power. What is going to happen next? Or is it going to be a party completely dictated by the high command?
Whichever way this goes, it's going to be a tantalizing political Sunday full of suspense. Whether Yexit happens or not is still out there. Is there going to be a directive on Sunday night from the high command of the BJP? We'll have to wait and see. Rapidly developing story, lots of shadow play. We'll see and report to you whatever happens. Thank you very much, Veera Raghav, S. Prakash and Suraj Hegde, for being with me here on this discussion. Well, keep watching India Today. Remember, for all the political and other developments in the news, indiatoday.in and the India Today app is your go-to place.